ATL is no stranger to extravagant concerts and shows. And based on the light show we've got going right now, things are heating up in Hotlanta tonight. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Washington State Cougars. Taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. So Georgia Tech's offense will get first crack at it today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The give to the back. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll take it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the back. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side. And then all of a sudden, boom, 2 guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Carter. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Play number 9 on this drive. They just keep firing. He's got his man. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Washington State's offense headed onto the field. Now we'll first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? You've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Makes the catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Cougars are in the hurry-up.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Working that wide receiver screen. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's...
Oh, he's got some space. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Using his feet to buy time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Touchdown, Cougars. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this offense, all of a sudden, they have some mojo, and that's a big confidence booster on 4th and goal, down close to the goal line, trusting your quarterback to make the right decision. And David, they're 1 point away now from tying this thing up late in the game.
Oh, and I say, how good do they feel? Do they want to go for taking the lead here and go for 2? This offense has been aggressive. They got some momentum. Where do they go from here?
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive.
There he goes! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
At the 36. First down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. All the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cougar!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Claiborne. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Runs through the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Tries to get it on the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Finds his man. It's Flowers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout ball. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Georgia Tech, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the flats at Bobby Dodd Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Claiborne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll move the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on third down. With the catch, it's Carter. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. It's Moffitt. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
And the Yellow Jackets will have it first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. From the gun, running back gets to give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Nice move to pick up yardage. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Oh, what a move. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
He's knocked down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
Washington State.
They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be... at the 17. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Lofts one high and deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Power football with the run. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Good enough.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. And you want that clock to run. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. They used those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd.
Touchdown, Washington State! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Georgia Tech, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. It has been a rather... day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to...
A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Quick handoff. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.